Hey guys, this is Sir Hieronymus of St. Cadmus Studios. Today I'm bringing you episode 4 of our solo grand campaign, and this one is going to be a quick recap of a big battle between the Goblins from the Eastern Hills, Pulaski's Riders, who become kind of the de facto protectors of Hartchester and Heartshear, and we've got the 6 player character knights from the other faction, the Happy Few, here in yellow, who are going to be assisting. So we'll get right into the roster. For the forces of Pulaski's Riders, we have 1 unit of Heavyfoot in full chain with halberds, 10 men. We have 10 archers with short bows, gamisons, and steel helms. In reserves, we have 3 units of medium cavalry in full chain with lances. Then we got some familiar faces here. We have a level 1 Kingsman with a halberd, level 1 Kingsman with a battle axe, level 1 Hospitaller with a mace, full plate, level 1 Gilded Knight with an arming sword, shield, full plate, level 1 Seeker of Hallowed Glass with a broadsword, and a level 1 Thundermaker with an arquebus. And for the forces of evil, we have 2 units of 10 goblins with lamellar, targes, and short swords. Scimitars, sorry. We have 1 unit of 10 goblins with targes, clubs, and lamellar. We have 1 unit of 10 goblin cutthroats. So these are in leather armor with 2 daggers each, and they have a special ability that gives them a higher chance to bypass armor. And then we have 2 units of 10 goblin archers, unarmored with short bows and daggers. Because the goblins are getting surprised and we knew when to expect them to hit the milestones as depicted here with these kind of braziers, the Happy Few are stationed up in these woods here, pretty much right on top of these goblins. They're passing by, they don't even know it. The way we're going to rule it is that for every goblin unit that makes it to that white, the index card over there where the knights are, that indicates that they are entering into kind of the farms on the outskirts of Heartshear, and they're going to start raising and doing all sorts of awful things that we're trying to stop. And this is the only live roll I'm going to do for the day. Is we're going to roll, because I haven't played the fight out yet. We're going to roll, see how many turns it will take for those knights to come out of reserve. 1 turn. All right. Alright, since we know that reinforcements are coming soon, it would be stupid to engage now, so we let the goblins make a double move up the road, and then the Happy Few close in from behind. The goblin archers have moved into position. I don't know if you guys can really see very well the few footmen from Pulaski's Riders who are stationed just outside of the threshold of the town, but the archers are going to be firing into them. Those archers are going to be firing back into the goblin blobs. So for round 1's shooting, the goblins are going to be shooting 20 arrows into the Heavyfoot and the archers, and the archers are going to be shooting 10 arrows back into the goblins' archers. All right, so after 20 shots, the goblins got 10 hits. We made 2 armor saves. All in all, the damage killed 7 human archers. The 10 human archers got their shots off. They got 5 hits and 5 kills. Lastly, the Thundermaker made his shot with the arquebus, killing 1 goblin cutthroat. For the end of round 1, morale rolls. The goblin archers hold for the morale. Human archers run. That's quite all right, because it makes space for a horseman to come in to start at round 2. And as you can see here, the initiative roll, humans take initiative. All right, so turn 2 movement phase. Human medium cavalry. These 2 units charged into the front units of scimitars. The goblins fell back, and so they're now facing these knights here who had moved up. The cutthroats and archers kind of moved off the center line. Humans moved up, and these guys, I actually forgot to move. They're going to come up here and reinforce. And that's the end of the movement phase. Humans took initiative in the action phase of round 2. We moved and engaged just about every single unit of theirs in melee. And now we're going to start going into some attacks. So as you can see, the initiative dice are tied for round 3, meaning simultaneous resolution. It gets a little bit messy here, so I'm going to do this just in chopped up pieces just to keep track of it all. So the 2 knights are attacking the rear. Those goblins are equipped with lamellar. So because they're being attacked from behind, 50% of the armor save is negated. So this unit kills 8 goblins, this unit kills 8 goblins in that unit. So that leaves only 4 of those armed scimitars left. As for the Happy Few over here, All their attacks were negated by goblin guards or shields, except for this Kingsman here with the battle axe. He rolled pretty hot during character generation, and because of his strength score, the goblins cannot guard against his attack actions. His first attack was negated by armor. His second attack went through, killed one goblin, cleaved, and then passed the armor save of the second goblin. So he killed 2 total. Over here, these medium cavalry using their arming swords, chopping up these archers here, and drop them down from 10 all the way down to 1 man. The unit of goblins equipped with clubs split their attacks 3, 3, and 4. It was pretty tight there, but between guard actions and armor saves, we narrowly got through that without any harm. These goblins with scimitars never really had much of a chance attacking into the knights with their guard actions and their high armor save. They got no attacks through. These archers got no attacks through on this horseman. And then the cutthroats, they kind of scooted around and are trying to reposition themselves for a sneak attack on the horseman engaged with the melee over there. Horses got their attacks in. They always resolve after player characters and monsters attack. They mopped up all those injured units, and so we don't have to bother rolling morale. So we're gonna go right to initiative for the next round. And the goblins take it, so those cutthroats might actually do some damage to these horsemen. The goblin forces may be in rough shape, but they really got a serious turnaround here. Between the cutthroats and the ones armed with clubs, they were able to kill 6 medium cavalry. The dog pile of player characters in here wipes out this unit with help of these cavaliers here, and these cavaliers are able to knock off 4 of those cutthroats. Lastly, this unit here gets rid of these archers. To no one's surprise, the cutthroats lose morale, and that ends the fight right there. So we capture the remaining 5. We're going to keep them alive for reasons which will be revealed soon enough. We lost 13 human men-at-arms for the cost of killing 55 goblins. So after we factor in the Goblin Cutthroat's special ability for XP values, that came out to 1,280 XP divided by the 6 player characters, 146 XP per night, not a lot. But we are now going to turn this around, and we are going to ride on the Goblin's lair because we've massively thinned their numbers. We're going to go take some treasure that's rightfully ours. So we rode for a couple miles and dragged the Goblin Cutthroats behind our horses the whole way. We arrived on the run-down palisade fort of the Goblins. We're just going to treat all this terrain as solid walls except for this little gatehouse here. And we're here to get some revenge and get paid. Important note before I forget, in mass combat, 25% of your casualties after a victory can be revived and resuscitated with some, we just kind of treat it like battlefield triage. But the campaign effect or campaign ability of Hospitalers of the Holy Barrow is that they turn that number to 50%, rounded down. So we rallied our archers, got 3 of them back into the fold, and we got 2 of our horsemen back up and running, and we're ready to win. Initiative for engagement, and goblins win. So humans did their shooting before the goblins moved. Arquebus took out 1 archer, and our own human archers failed to kill any of the goblins with shields and lamellar. We all moved up. They kind of pulled out of the way, hoping that they can blob us up once we charge through, and we're just going to commit. We think we'll be all right. Goblins won action phase initiative with their 19 arrows. They managed to kill 1 of the medium cavalry, and we are going to pile in everything. Initiative. Goblins take it. The goblins fail to kill anything on their turn, and between the knight's attacks and the horse's attacks, these units of archers are gone. This next turn was a complete wash for the goblins. Now that they were face to face with men armed with shields and armor, the scimitars just couldn't quite cut it, and we wiped out the remainder. So the unpainted treasure is ours for the taking. We seize 4,000 silver marks and 1,000 goth coins, or 1,000 GP. Alright, so the XP earned for 40 goblins slain is 640, split between the 6 knights. So 108 experience, plus we got 1/3 share of the treasure, which comes up to 1,666 gold pieces, goth pieces. Divide that by 6. All in all, each knight got 532 experience between this and the ambush. So that's a pretty solid leg up for a level 1, especially for how little risk was involved to the knights. We really lucked out on getting that intel of the infiltration to begin with, and then the pieces just fell in from there. So yeah, I think this was a really fun little battle, and this is just one of the ways that the Scarlet Hand, being a more utility-focused order, can really kind of generate missions. When you're running a game for your friends, this doesn't necessarily have to be solo play. You could just let one of their characters really kind of go off on his own, maybe in between sessions, and you've got all the leads you need to generate right there if you run out of ideas. So thank you everyone so much for watching. Hope you all have a great night. God bless you. Goodbye.